So I come up to visit my parents. It is the 8th of July 2021, and yesterday I had delivered here a donor car. So my dad watches my videos, and he was chatting to a guy at a garage who looks after his Land Rover Defender, and he was saying that I was doing a TR7, and I said, oh, I know where there's one, just down in the campsite. So my dad popped down to it to have a look, send me a couple of photos on it. It's been sitting there for 12 plus years. Prior to that it was sat on a drive for a little while, we're not sure how long, and had to be removed to remove some matrimonial distress. And I got the number, I gave the guy a call, and we have it here. So if we have a look on the inside, so one of the reasons I was trying to look at the dashboard in a recent episode was I wanted to see how bad it was compared to this one. I actually got to see it, and this car has a perfect dash. It also has absolutely great looking seats. I mean, we've got a tiny bit of wear here, but overall the seats look really good condition. We are in a hard top rather than a soft top, but I think the carpets don't look too bad either, actually. We've got full set, this is broken just here, but we've got full set of gauges. We've got lights in the right place here, so we've got fog and the rear demist, whereas on the soft top these are both electric winders. On the side, this door isn't shutting properly, rather it's not opening, and so they had to pull the door card off. We need to take a look and see if that's in as reusable condition, but it probably is. What have we got in here? We have the TR Drivers Club, keeping TRs where they belong. So that all looks good. I mean, it looks really good overall. So if we start looking at the sills here, we've got some rust here at the back. So that needs a little bit of work. When we fill in the wheel arch though, that all feels pretty good. And this is a bit crusty in here, so a bit of work needed there. But this sill looks pretty good. We can see at the front, that front wing has come away a bit at the bottom. So we've got some rust in here clearly, and that doesn't feel too bad. We can see it's, I don't know if the light's allowing it through, but this is rusted through here as well. So under this wheel arch. Across the front it's in better condition. The apron here is better again than my other car. So the idea this was going to be a donor car. We got rust under this wheel arch as well, but that's okay, it's not too bad. And we got rust in this wing. Ooh, we got a lot of rust in this wing here. So, but the sill feels good. Okay. And that all feels okay, so we'll get under and have a look. But it looks good, sort of on a quick inspection on the outside. So we're in the engine bay. We've clearly had something nesting in here. The last time it ran, they took the carbs off, not the carbs, the air cleaner off. They didn't do it from petrol tank. It was run direct from a can using this, and it only ran on 2 cylinders. So we've clearly got a problem with the carbs in here and how they work. And I don't know, do you know when that was? No, we don't know when it was last run. But it was running on 2 cylinders. I'm sure we can work through that. So it looks, I mean, overall this needs a bit of a clean, but if you look at the engine bay and the condition of the fitch on both sides, you know, this car is immaculate compared to the other one. The bonnet here has rusted off, so it's not on the hinges, it's just hung up there. So the bonnet does need a bit of work, and it looks like it's come off its, the frame and the skin have come apart, as we can see. So we've had a look at what's been in the car, and inside the car we've got this nice stainless steel exhaust. We've got a brand new oil brake fluid container. We've got this, which I can't work out what it is. If anyone can tell me, that would be helpful, but I'm not sure what this is for. The carpets are a bit damp, so we're going to pull the carpets out and get a better look at the floor, possibly pull the seats out, we'll see. And we're going to put the spare tyre on the front because these were blown up yesterday and clearly that's flat again. The spare tyre looks good though. So we'll do that and we'll see where we are. So we're in the driver's footwell. So this all feels quite solid, but this bit here popped out and under a bit of pressure. And we can see that that was fairly rusty. So we do have something in. If you look along the edge here, so this has had a new floor pan welded in at some point. I don't think though, I think it's just a single skin here. So I think they've taken the previous floor pan out, from what I can tell, and replaced it. And just going across to the other side, this side was a lot wetter, but I think they're in a similar kind of situation, so it looks, you know, pretty reasonable in here. So this is the driver's door sill, and you know, we've got some rust here again. But again, it's pretty solid most of the way along. We've got patches of rust, but all in pretty good condition. So, you know, that doesn't look too bad. You can see inside. There, it looks okay. So, that's not too bad. And in here, clearly we're going to have a hole just here. So what it's like under the bit of plastic skirting, I don't know. And here we are on the passenger side. And again, we've got some surface rust. This is all looks fairly reasonable. I don't know why I say fairly reasonable when I compare it to the other car. And under here, I mean this just looks excellent really, if we're honest, compared to the other car. So and I think this is probably in better condition than the MG was when I bought it. So yeah. So possibly the one place that the convertible is in better condition is the bonnet. It looks like this bracket has rusted, this hinge has rusted solid at some point, and when someone's tried to open it they've just broken the metal. That possibly is also what pulled the skin off the frame. I'm not quite sure. It's probably spot welded or something. I don't know how they're clamped together actually. That would be interesting to know, to work out how to fix it, if that is a choice. So that doesn't look terrible. Right, why don't we try lifting the car up? Oh, and here again, this for the windscreen. You know, we can see it's all really firm in here compared to the drop head. So overall, this is looking really like a much better buy so far. So just taking a look at it from underneath now. And I mean, you know, it's very rusty, but it's all surface, I think. You know, this stuff is in better condition. It all feels, I mean, I know that, you know, you can get into it and it's then not as good, but this actually is all feeling quite strong as I move around it. You can see back there I've got a stainless steel exhaust there as well, so I appear to have two. And then this bit that comes up into the engine is the bit that needs replacing, so I've got a replacement for this front section here. Yeah, so it's looking okay. Can someone tell me, this is at the front and I got these sitting underneath the lights. Now I assume there's something to do with the lights or something, but a ray diode seems to be on there. Here's the other side, which is out a bit, but ray diode, so I'm not sure what those are for. That would be really useful to know. I haven't propped up the back, I've just got the blocks there. So this is feeling a bit weak here. So into the floor pan, the this strengthening bit, I'm not sure where the trailing arm fixes on. You can just about see the prop shaft there. Now when they tried to move it, it was turning the engine, so it's stuck in gear, so they disconnected the prop shaft. The prop shaft is then tied up there, so it is all there, I've checked. But you can see even here, this is all much better condition than it is on my other car, so yeah. And here we are back at the passenger side. I've just noticed this. So this again, the front wing. So on both of them, the lower part of the front wing seems to be gone. Now, the only way to really tell what it's all like will be to take that off and see. And that could easily come back onto... Now this is the outer sill, and this won't have strengthener, so possibly the inner bit of the outer sill is also rusted through in there. But these bits are obtainable, so we could obtain that to replace it in here, and then we could fix the inside, so that shouldn't be too bad. This sill again looks okay. This floor, see, that feels a bit crusty, but when I've taken a hammer or something to it on the other side, it was all solid in the end. So I think I think what we'll find is that these floors have in fact at some point been replaced. This feels a bit rusty in here again, but not too bad. So, okay. So this is the donor vehicle for my soft top, which is in considerably better condition than my soft top. Anyone who hasn't worked it out yet, I won't be using it as a donor. It's too good. We're going to have to try rebuilding this as well at some point. And so the big question now is going to be how I go about everything. So I can store this up at my parents' for a bit, but we'll want to get it covered up and protected. And they're talking about moving as well, so I might not have this as a long-term storage. They're 300 miles away from me, so it's not a quick trip, and they're talking about moving probably another 300, so it's a long haul to visit by car, especially when I potter along probably in an MGB or a Stag at the moment. So I think my choices are, I could continue with the project I've got and work through it and then pick up this afterwards. I could find somewhere to store my current car, bring this one down to me and work on this. I could scrap the current one and bring this down. Tell me what you think. I know what my opinion is. No, I don't know what my opinion is. I know I'm not going to scrap anything. And so it seems to me I can continue working on what I'm working on and get through all the hard stuff. I could take a step back. I could work on this one first, learn the TR7 so I know much more about what I'm doing when it comes to doing the soft top. Or I could try to persuade my dad that I come up once a month and we do this one together somehow. I don't know. Decisions.